Welcome to tonight's matchup between the Brady Bulldogs and the Wall Hawks, the final game of the 2023 regular season, at least regular season keyword there, for District 2 3A Division II. I'm Jane Hart, joined alongside Coach Larry Holscher. Wall's already clinched the 1 seed, but there still is some playoff seeding going on with this game, at least for Brady.
Right.
Needing to win this game tonight and then if they win this game tonight, they're in, but if they lose, they would then need help from Great Creek, who, if they lose to Ballinger, would give the Bulldogs the tiebreaker and they'd get to the playoffs. So a little bit on the line here for the Bulldogs.
Absolutely. You know, and maybe 4 weeks ago, whenever we started district, Brady had beat TLCA at Brady. And that night, I'd made the comment on air that I really thought it could be Wall and Brady battling for a district title tonight. And I still think Brady's that type of team. Now, the last 2 or 3 weeks, they've had some rough times against Ballinger, and then, not Ballinger, but Early, and then last week versus Great Creek. You know, and for Wall, they're pretty scary if you ask me, because they battled Mason close, they battled Comanche close, they battled Coleman close early in the year. They've got the talent. When they put it together, they're as good as just about anybody you're going to play. And, you know, my mind always goes, who's the scariest person? That's a desperate person. And Brady if they win, they're in.
And that's kind of, you know, I could start, I guess, by saying everything. Yeah, you know, Wall's clinched the 1 seed, but again, yeah, you do. That's kind of the emphasis on Brady needs to win this game. And so the guy that's fighting, the guy that's scrapping on, they're going to come out motivated. And that's whereas, you know, Wall, they're kind of, not saying coasting, but, you know, they already know who they're playing next week.
They feel confident, for sure, as they should. I mean, they ran the gamut of this district so far, putting up 50 points against everybody. So, yeah, they come in with some confidence. But this is a team that they definitely don't want to overlook. Like I said earlier, a desperate man's the scariest man out there. And with the win, Brady secures it. And they've had playoff experience the last 2 years. So it's a playoff environment. Your high school football, anything can happen. A lot of times it really does depend on who wants it works.
So if you're Coach Houston guy and you know you've already clinched that playoff spot, you've clinched a share of the district title, I guess you on paper with the UIL rules, and it goes, well, I guess more of the district committee rules. How would you approach this game? Because obviously you know you're playing for a bigger purpose down the road, and you don't want to get anyone injured, but you also still don't want to just come in and coast either.
Now, this has always been my philosophy. You ask, what would I be doing? It's all gas. You know, because when you're out on the football field and you're anywhere else, when you play slow, you have a greater chance of getting hurt than when you play fast, period. So, to me, I am going to put as many points on as fast as I can, and then if I can always pull off. It's hard to turn it back on and try to get points when you're down. So to me, man, I'm all about it. Let's go. Let's put as many points on the scoreboard as we can, and then pull off if we need to. It's way easier to do that. And like I said, my statement to them before I walked out on this field would be the same one that it was to y'all. You know, a desperate man is scary. And these guys have got to have desperation in them.
So you see the Wall Hawks are on the field. We're about 4 minutes away from kickoff. It is senior night.
It is.
I know you've got a senior that is out there on the field, and I guess from a coach's perspective, you've seen it before, but also now as a father, you've been a part of senior night. How was that before the game?
You know, I really thought, I think you get it up in your mind that it's going to be something grand. And it might hit me tomorrow that a regular season football game is no more for him. But tonight, it was just about being in the moment with him. And every senior night, as a coach, I always wanted a senior to go out on their will, not on somebody else's, not on somebody else's terms, but their terms. That way, 10 years down the road, they could look back and say, you know, I did everything I could do. I did it to the best of my ability. I did it to the best of the circumstances I was given. I don't want them to ever have regrets. And, you know, while I was down there, that's what hit my mind. I don't really think he's going to have any regrets on what he did as a person. And I think that as a parent, that's what you want for your kids. But, you know, it's nice for these seniors to be recognized. They had their senior pep rally today, and it was good for them to be recognized. You know, the screen says it all. You've got 3 seniors out there in street clothes tonight, or 2 seniors out there in street clothes tonight. Mine's in street clothes tonight. You just want them to heal, and that way they have a chance to go out on their terms.
Which, you know, again, I think bigger life lessons that come from football in your speech there. And
it's about accountability.
Yeah.
You know, as young men, that's what we need, and that's what we want in our world is young men that are accountable, not only accountable to themselves, but accountable to their wives one of these days and their children one of these days. Because it's tough sometimes getting up and doing what's right. It's tough getting up at 6 o'clock and going to football practice at 6:30. But that's the accountability factor that you hope that those young men have gotten from you as a dad and from these guys as coaches.
Which is spoken like a true football coach right there. The reason why it's important for you to play team sports. So we are about a minute and a half away from kickoff. We're going to take a quick break before, and we will come back. You're watching Wall Hawks football on Concho Sports Network, presented by First Community Federal Credit Union.
Check out why First Community Federal Credit Union is the #1 local auto lender in the Concho Valley. With new, used, or refinance autos, we can save you money. First Community has great payment options and low prices on GAP, extended warranty, and credit life insurance, so we can make your payment fit your budget. So be smart, bank smart, and contact First Community today for your auto financing needs.
Cotton farming in the Concho Valley, that's risky business. Specializing in crop insurance and serving local family farmers for over 15 years, Oasis Crop Insurance understands those risks firsthand. That's why year in and year out, from the first seed you plant to the last boll you harvest, Oasis Crop Insurance is your risk management partner.
Oasis Crop Insurance, service from paradise.
Welcome back to Wall Hawk football on Concho Sports Network, presented by First Community Federal Credit Union. That was the Wall Hawk band playing tonight's national anthem, and we are getting ready for the Shirts Landscape opening kickoff in the final District 2-3A Division II game this season. So, Wall will be kicking. Right away, Coach, from a defensive standpoint, you've been around this team all season long, and especially in the last couple of weeks. What is the first thing you're looking for this defense to do, aside from, you know, making a stop at 3 and out? I mean, obviously, that's the best result we can always
Yeah, we all want a turkey.
But I also knew you have that different way of viewing than the typical eye like myself.
Well, I mean, probably not. I like kicking off to start a game, for the simple fact that a lot of times on defense, you just play with emotion. You've done it so many times during the week that you've seen it, and you just play off of emotion and off of gut, you know. Offense sometimes I think takes a little more thinking. What I'd love to see from Wall tonight is, one, keep the quarterback inside the pocket and create pressure on him. If they do that early, they've got a really good chance of creating that 3 and out and making a punt.
So Luke Kemp's kickoff there was brought back by Ezekiel Jones to the 19-yard line, where the Brady Bulldogs will take over on offense for their first drive of the game. Not even under center, and the gun is Sean Jacoby, their quarterback.
And this offense runs on Zeke Jones. How well he does early on is how well these Hawks, how well Brady will do as well.
And Zeke Jones was the one with the carry there. He picked up 7 on first down, so we've got a 2nd down and 3 right away, giving it to the guy that, you mentioned Zeke Jones. The game that I'd watched Brady play was a big contributor and really the main contributor for them. Jacoby can throw the ball as well, though, and can also move, as he is brought down in the backfield wall.
That's going to be Darren Wiggins off of an edge stunt that just gets back there really quick. You'll see him come off the edge over there. He sneaks in, and then he's full speed, and Jacoby just doesn't have a chance to get out around him. Now, what made that work and what made Jacoby hold that ball was that outside backer slid over Wiggins' guy and forced Jacoby to have to make a decision.
So that sack brings up 3rd and 13, and right away Zeke Jones is brought down for a minimum gain. Might have lost a yard or 2 there, and with 10 minutes and 30 seconds left, it looks like the Bulldogs are going to have to punt it.
And on this replay, you'll see your outside backer on both sides are just on an edge stunt and contain him, and you get good penetration by your defensive end to slow him down for a loss.
So kicking the ball away for Brady is number 12, Ashton Ramsey.
He kicks a low kick that's going to sit there and roll, and that's what you want for a low kick. You don't want them to have any chance to return it.
And that's what happens. It'll be down on the 47. Wall will take over for their first offensive possession tonight.
Now, what's deceptively good about that punt, in my opinion, is you've got about a 15-mile-an-hour headwind for Brady right now that you want to kick that punt into the wind.
So Nathan Pepper takes the handoff for Wall, on first down, for a quick gain of 3 yards there.
And Wall's been tempo, and they're going to go get right back to the line and run again. And
Dillard's going to hand it off to Pepper again, and this time he's met by a host of Bulldogs, and he might have gained half a yard, if that. So we've got a 3rd down and 6. Like you said, Coach, they're going tempo here.
But what I just saw there, to be interesting to see if they don't pull it and pitch it right here, because I'm not sure who their pitch player was.
We've got a flag down on the field.
I'm still not sure who Brady's using as their pitch player. Now, they're going to force the pitch really quick. We saw that on that play with the defensive end, I do believe. It might have been an outside backer that they're using as their quarterback player.
So the false start on the Hawks will back them up 5 yards, and we've got a 3rd and 11 now from the 46.
Yeah, they're going to use that defensive end as their quarterback player, but I'm not sure who they're using as their pitch player right now.
Ball is handoff to Pepper again. Pepper's got some move to run, and he's going to break it back upfield.
And really, if he just stays behind Luke Kemp had a really good job. You'll see it here on the edge. Luke Kemp's coming out. Finally, he locks up right here on the edge of it and just is pushing that guy down the field.
So a big chunk of yards. There's the pitch out you were talking about. And Kemp has some room to run.
Once
and is brought down inside the 10.
That's something Brady's going to have to determine on defense. Now, I know their coaches have coached them. You've got give, you've got quarterback, and you've got pitch. But it'll be interesting to see if their pitch player steps up as the night goes on.
That time Dillard keeps it for a gain. About 4 there, so 2nd and goal for the Hawks.
You know, and that looked like DeMarcus Reed on the tackle.
And Brady's bringing in the big guns there at defensive end.
Steps up as the night goes.
DeMarcus Reed, his dad actually played left tackle back when I was coaching at Brady in the early 2000s.
Forget about the days of Coach Holscher at Brady. Dillard's going to keep it and go untouched for the first points of the evening. Touchdown, Wall.
You know, and if you're Wall, that's exactly what you wanted to do. You wanted to force a 3 and out, make them punt, and then drive down the field and score. With 8 minutes left in the first, your Wall Hawks are up by 6 with extra points to come as they line up in a swinging gate.
Yeah, the Pack Saddle Barbecue extra point.
May be a throw.
Might be a conversion or a 2-point conversion try, or do we?
So everybody get those ribs up right now.
Okay, so they are going to run a play out of that. Pass there from Briggs Jones is incomplete, so 2-point conversion try is no good. We'll leave it at 6-0 with 8 minutes left here in the first quarter.
And that means we are not dipping those things in barbecue sauce. You can just take a nibble and you got to wait for the Hawks to score again. And I know some of y'all going, yeah, whatever. I'm hungry right now.
Ribs sound good right now.
Yes,
Ribs
they
always
do.
sound good though.
Dude,
It's kind of hard to beat barbecue.
Ribs, a little bit of some pinto beans and some brisket, man.
What kind of barbecue sauce? You going hot or original?
On
Like
barbecue
a sweet
sauce?
barbecue sauce.
I like them all, to be honest with you. I like I guess it'd be a vinegar-based barbecue sauce. I like a sweet one, like Sweet Baby Ray's. I love Sweet Baby
Not as
Ray's.
thick.
But I even like some of them that have jalapeno or hint of jalapeno in there.
Spoken like a true barbecue connoisseur. Shirts landscape opening kickoff is away, or not opening kickoff. That's just the landscape kickoff. And on the return for Brady is number 12, Ashton Ramsey, who gets to the 27.
Brought down by number 5, Aaron Wiggins.
Here, Brady will take over for their second offensive possession.
Brings down the first and 10 from 28 for the Bulldogs.
So it looks like Brady is going to bust out some trips to the field. Wall looks like they are
Kobe's
content to
back
possibly
pass.
be cover 3.
And
Looked like Brady was attempting a tunnel screen right there. It's just a little bit over his head before he got into the tunnel.
yeah, Randall Mendez, the intended target over his head. Yeah, the little screen setup. But the game I did watch against Brady, or for Brady played Cristobal, they did try to set up the screen quite a bit.
Yes, sir. Well, when you got some big old linemen like Brady does, if you can get in that tunnel, you're usually pretty good.
Jacoby steps back a little too far there, out the reach of Mason Earhart, and that will bring up a 3rd and 10 for the Bulldogs.
You know, and you can put a little bit of that on Brylan White, kind of with a hurry on Jacoby.
Which isn't a surprise, I guess, if you watched Wall's
No,
games this season.
no, not at all. He's a pretty quick, pretty stout young man.
So again, 3rd and 10 for the Bulldogs. And Jacoby is going to throw again. This time it's back to Ezekiel Jones, and he is going to be brought down. They minimal gain. Briggs Jones on the tackle.
You know, and I love that call. You've got 3rd and about 11 or 12. I like the call of a screen because you got to, I mean, Wall has been very aggressive right so far on defense. You know, that's the stuff that slows it down.
So 4th and 8, Brady will bring the punting unit on the field.
Now, some people would say that's awful scary doing it at about the 30, 25-yard line, but, you know, nothing ventured, nothing gained, right?
Keelan Oliver.
Ooh,
Trucks a kid.
wow.
That was a big hit.
And that's number 10, Ethan Madrano, with the first contact. I guess he had first contact on Kellen Oliver, or maybe Kellen Oliver had first contact on him. I love this by this young sophomore, Oliver, in the fact that he knew he was going to get tackled. You know, and that's what we talked about, all gas. You're either going to get tackled or you're going to initiate the contact, and he initiated.
So Wall takes over for 1st and 10. It's going to be a handoff to Pepper. Pepper breaking tackles before he eventually be knocked out of bounds at the 20-yard line.
You know, and that's Madrano again on the tackle of Pepper.
So chunk plays here after the first few plays of the game, trying to establish the offense, and then it seems like Wall's kind of got it out and running these last couple of plays, picking up yardage pretty easily here. The handoff goes back to Pepper on 1st down.
You know, and the 54 for Brady, Dallas Cross, he did a really good job there of taking Pepper's feet. I mean, Pepper was trying to bulldoze out of that, and he said no. He ripped that foot up, and it was done.
2nd down and 8. Dillard.
Once again, where's your pitch guy? And that's to Briggs, and Briggs is going to get all the way down to about the 3 as he's carrying 2 Bulldogs for another 1.5 yards, 2 yards there.
Yeah, it almost, from my vantage point, it kind of looked like almost a broken play in some ways, but it's just the pitch out there.
Right. Well, you know, what's going on is there's a couple ways that you can play a pitch. You can slow play it or you can fast play it. Well, right now, Brady's hoping to fast play it. They're sending that defensive end on the quarterback now.
Pepper's in for a quick touchdown.
So, anyway, touchdown Pepper.
Yeah.
But they're hoping to get on the quarterback quick and get an errant pitch out, right? I mean, but at some point, you've got to have a pitch player come down, and that's what they're missing right now because Gunnar Dillard has not been errant on his pitch. And that's why Brady Wall's been able to get big chunks off of the pitch right now.
So it is 12-0, and instead of the Pack Saddle Barbecue extra point, we'll call it the Pack Saddle Barbecue 2-point conversion try.
Which means you get 2 bites of your ribs instead of 1. So now they're off unbalanced to the left.
That's a keeper there by Pepper, and Pepper will convert, so you can dunk them, right?
Yeah, dunk the first bite in a vinegar-based sauce, and if you got a sweet one, get your second bite off of that. Just some variety tonight.
Gotta love it. 14-0 with 5:50. We'll take a quick break. You're watching Wallhawk Football on Concho Sports Network, presented by First Community Federal Credit Union.
Dear San Angelo, we know where we get our strength.
Individually, it comes from your citizens, and collectively empowers us all.
We're a people of many cultures, many talents, and many experiences.
We're professional grade with a strong sense of pride in our community.
We learn from those who came before us and teach those ready to become tomorrow's leaders.
For all that and more, we are proud to say, San Angelo, you are our hometown.
Welcome back to Wallhawk Football on Concho Sports Network, presented by First Community Federal Credit Union. Before we get to the Shirts Landscape Kickoff, hey fans, did you know that Concho Sports Network is a Pixel MediaCast brand? All the content you see from CSN, including these live broadcasts, is produced by San Angelo's very own Pixel MediaCast. There's no better way to get your story out than through video, and no one in San Angelo or West Texas does it quite like Pixel MediaCast. So give your brand the boost it needs in San Angelo and West Texas, giving Pixel MediaCast a call, 325-486-0300. Shirts Landscape Kickoff down, so Brady will take over for their 3rd offensive possession on the 25. We've seen Brady come out and gun. This time Jacoby's going to go under center, and be a little quick pitch to Ezekiel Jones.
So that time they decided to go with an ace formation with a couple tight ends, help blocking inside, and it was good for 7 yards or 6 yards for Jones. Right now, Jones is doing really good of kind of bobbing and weaving, finding some holes on that straight dive.
So we've got a 2nd down and 3 here for the Bulldogs. Back in the gun this time. Oh, the snap is away.
Oh, wow. That's going to be Pepper
and that's
with a touchdown.
Yeah, just miscommunication.
That looked like that was either going to be some type of trick play that bounced off of his hands, or he was trying to change something at the line. But either way, that ball hit the ground, and Pepper said, no, I'm out.
I was actually wondering that because he kind of, the trick play, you'll see the quarterback kind of looking to the sideline or looking, but he wasn't looking at his own sideline there.
He was trying to change the play, and the center just snapped it.
Yeah.
So maybe it was on first sound maybe, and the first sound was him changing the play.
It's about as easy as it gets for a touchdown. So the Pat Saddle Barbecue extra point this time is up, and it is good, making it 21-0 Hawks.
Now, if you're a Wall Hawk fan, what I've noticed over the last 3 games is Wall is really, they were winning and they were playing well, and they were playing aggressive early on in the season, but they've hit another level the last 3 games. Everything that they do is just more aggressive. It's faster. It's like they trust each other more. And what a great time for that gelling of a team to start happening right before the playoffs.
Yeah, I don't think if you could ask a coach, well, hey, we want to be playing our best brand of football the first game, and maybe get some guys injured and decline as the season goes on. You're going to every time a coach is going to say,
no, I want to play off.
Let's hit the stride and let's go running into the thing. So,
and that's the beauty of this Wall Hawk football team. They've got quite a few injuries right now. But like I said at the beginning of the season, they are so deep. Every position is 2 to 3 deep with people that can play. So they're able to absorb these injuries and still stay very competitive. But what's impressive with them right now, like I said, is they've got injuries. They've got 2 more injured this week from last week. But they're playing better as a unit than what they were 3-4 weeks ago.
That Shirts Landscape kickoff for a touchback. So Brady will take over on the 25.
It's going to bring up this Crop Oasis Insurance first down, or Oasis Crop Insurance first down.
Yeah.
Brady's going to go right back to that ace set.
Jacoby just has to throw it away. It's probably the wise move there.
It was completed out of bounds.
Who was that? Yeah. Let's give him credit where credit is due for that reception. Number 44.
I want to say that was Trevor White on the sideline that caught it. No, it was 58. Garrett Paul. He's got a reception on the year. It may not count in the books, but it'll count in the heart.
There you go. 2nd down and 10 for the Bulldogs. Pressure, Jones.
And Jones has nowhere to go. Garen Wiggins, he kind of jumped outside, but it looked like that was Garen Wiggins that turned him right back inside. It was, yeah.
Yeah, for a second, kind of, it's like you say, turned him back inside. Looked like he was being patient enough, or maybe with one move, there was some open room. But
right. Now I'm going to fix myself. That was actually Brady that turned him back inside.
So we've got a 3rd down and 11 with 4:20 left here in the first quarter. And this time Brady will toss it out. Ball is on the ground. I think the Bulldogs, though, are going to come up with it. It's like number 60. That would be Zach Ledeen. Ledesma.
Yeah, that's Zach Ledesma
The
for
former
Brady.
broadcaster who can't pronounce names, only here on Concho Sports Network.
So we got 4th and 12, which is going to bring up the punt team for Brady. They will be kicking down to Briggs. Jones is back this time instead of Kellen Oliver. I can't tell who is kicking for Brady.
It's been Ashton Ramsey, I believe.
Yes, it is Ashton Ramsey again. Once again, he's kicking into the wind. He kicks a low punt, which, man, I'm impressed. Smart enough to know when I'm in the wind, I can't kick it up in the air. I'm going to kick it flat and let it try to cut through it.
Jones will make it to the 45 before he's knocked out of bounds.
You know, and that was a really solid hit on the sideline by 24 for Brady. That's Jorge Reza.
Yeah, the Ramsey's punts have been solid, and I think that's all you can ask for.
Well,
You're in that situation, I mean, for what it's worth.
What I'll be curious about later on when they flip field is whether he gets it up in the air, because right now it's pretty impressive to me. I just hope he's doing that on purpose.
So Dillard drops back to throw.
That's going to be to Kellen Oliver for about 9 yards.
Dillard is 1 for 1.
You know, I love what they did right there. They cleared out. They ran their slot up the field to hold that outside backer, which opened up that window out to Kellen Oliver.
So this time Dillard will pitch it out.
Once again,
Kemp, and Kemp, the speedster, finds his way with a Oasis Crop Insurance first down.
Or about 16 yards.
It looked like he got to the 21. I think you're going to say he stepped out a little bit before that. Or excuse me, not the, it's about the 24, I think. Right now.
You're right, that's going to end up being about an 8-yard gain instead.
Yeah, I wasn't sure. Regardless, Oasis Crop Insurance first down for the Hawks, knocking on the red zone with 2 minutes and 15 seconds left. Dillard is going to pitch it out again.
This is on the Steen.
And Steen lowers his shoulder.
He's going to go out about the 1 yard line.
Johnny Menifil making the touchdown saving tackle there for the Bulldogs. But it is an Oasis Crop Insurance first down for Wall, trying to add touchdown number 4 here before the end of the first quarter.
We'll see if, well, at the 1 yard line, you'd expect
quarterback dive,
or, yeah, they're just going to lead.
We've got a flag down, though, so hold everything.
It's going to be illegal motion. Somebody got excited over there.
Moving back 5.
Yep. Be first and goal from the 6.
So, you know, we opened the broadcast talking about, you know, playing, you know, when you've already locked down district, you know you're playing next week in the playoffs. But also, I guess something that I would pose as, you know, just a casual football fan and someone that thinks about these things is scenarios when it comes to coaching. I mean, and having your guys have different experiences. As Kemp is going to find his way in the end zone.
Once again, that pitch, and he just cuts it up, and he only has to go 6 yards and kind of splits some guys.
But, you know, that's those situations, that repetition has to mean so much for these guys before going into a postseason game.
You know, I think a lot of it depends on the team and kind of the chemistry and the culture on the team at that time is what you do. You know, I've been on some teams where we were good, but we weren't really gelling as a team yet. That you felt like it was just a matter of time. So those teams you wanted to play them as much as you could, but not get the kickback if something happened to one of them. they get hurt, you know you're sitting there going, well, they didn't even need to be playing. But you were trying to get a little bit of camaraderie with your team. Now, hopefully you have that by week 10. But I've been on some that weren't quite there. They were close. But I'm telling you, that means as much as your talent is how well that talent works together. That's a big deal. And that, like I said earlier, that's what I'm really starting to like about Wall right now, is they're meshing as an entire group. And I'm not talking about the 11 on the field on offense and 11 on the field on defense. I'm talking about the 40 kids on the sideline with no animosity on who's getting the ball or who's getting the tackle or who's getting the interception. They just want to win now.
So the Shirts landscape kickoff is going to be returned here by Mason Snowden.
That was a great hit by Jacob Braden to bring him down. He's slow getting up on the sideline.
That's Mason Earhart for Brady. You got the wrong Mason.
You know, and Jacob Braden, you'll see him, he comes in and hits him right about the quads, and then he's got a guy land on his back, but yeah, he'll walk that off, but that'll be a little tender in the morning.
Brady's with their best field position tonight with 1:07 left in the first quarter. Kobe will hand the ball off. That is number 32, is Ashton Taylor.
That looks like Thomas was in on the tackle, number 50 for Wall. So we got 2nd and 10 with 36 and counting time in the first quarter. I'm surprised they're not just going to say, well, they couldn't run it out.
Jacoby's back to pass, and he is going to fight his way out of a potential sack. The ball's on the ground.
They're going to say he was down when the ball came out. Good job by Jacoby avoiding 2 different tackles. You see Logan gets back there early, he goes right underneath him, and then looked like Braden was in there, and then finally Pepper.
And clearly down, and that will be the last play of the first quarter. So it is 28-0 here in Wall after 1. You're watching Wall Hawk football on Concho Sports Network, presented by First Community Federal Credit Union.
Established in 1927, Shirts Landscape Company is as well rooted in the Texas soil as the nursery stock we grow and sell. Since the beginning, our knowledgeable landscape professionals have been here to keep your yard thriving, rain or shine. At Shirts, we believe in keeping our nursery stocked with quality products that flourish in the conditions we live in. We call the Concho Valley home, and you can trust us to have the answers for your project, big or small. When quality counts, you can depend on Shirts.
First Community Federal Credit Union's Platinum Visa is a giant of a credit card. With great low rates, no annual fee, no balance transfer fee, and even a rewards option, First Community's Platinum Visa is the card for you. With security as a high priority, you can lock your card in case it's lost, stolen, or just to limit its use. So be smart.
Welcome back to Wall Hawk football on Concho Sports Network. Sean Jacoby throwing one deep. It's getting picked off by Briggs Jones.
Briggs Jones just sitting back there in a zone coverage, just waiting for it to come down.
Yeah, let's take a look at this. Caught us on the rejoin, but
you know, and Wall's sitting back in cover 2, and they've got 2 guys right there, so Briggs Jones can cover both of them at the same time in cover 2, and he does.
He did that.
Covered them and the ball.
And a really good catch there, too.
Yes, high point, exactly where you want it.
So, Wall with the ball very quickly here in the second quarter. Only 8 seconds ticked off the clock, and 28-0 here in Wall. So on 1st and 10, Dillard
got it.
He's going to throw it out to his man, number 25, that is Thomas Leonis.
You know, I really think Dillard was hoping to get a kill shot right there because Leonis, the minute he turned, was wide open. That's when you got to give that ball. It's you know, flat curl deep. And you see right there, Leonis is waiting on it. And you can see Dillard's eyes downfield. His eyes need to go to the flats now. And if he does that, Leonis is ahead of the outside backer and can pick up 10, 15 yards.
On second down, this time it's going to be a dive. Pepper, he will be met at the line of scrimmage for no gain.
It's a little thing that can turn into a big thing really quick.
So we've got a 3rd down and 9. Pepper did gain a yard there on second down. Let's see what the Hawks offense has for us here. Dillard drops back, and he is going to overthrow Matthew Steen. So that's going to bring up a 4th and 9.
And that's going to bring on Wall's punt team. So that's the first punt for Wall tonight into the win. So we'll see what, I want to say Bills may be the punter tonight. Let's see what he can do here. Here's this pass. It's just overthrown. There's not a, you know, I'm watching Matt run it, and he's not slowing down. Just a little bit over his head.
Brady has 2 guys back, building the punt. Ezekiel Jones is going to wave them away, and it will roll out of bounds at the 47-yard line, where Brady will take over here for their second possession of the second quarter. And while we've got a minute, we want to thank all of our sponsors tonight, including our presenting sponsor, First Community Federal Credit Union, as well as Cody Lattimore Insurance Agency, Gandy Inc., VGI Technology, City Limits Bar and Grill, San Angelo To Go, and College Hills Bodega. We could not bring these broadcasts to you without the support of the great sponsors we have. So, Hawk fans, we'd love it if you would go out and support local businesses. So, Zeke Jones on first down will have a Oasis crop insurance first down, the first one of the game for Brady.
You know, and we'll see right here, they just collapsed 50 down. Logan Thomas, well, he collapses himself down, but Ethan Mikowitz with a big hustle play, because Jones is a fast young man. He's a hurdler. Mikowitz chases him down and saves about 10, 15 yards there.
The Bulldogs in Wall territory. It's going to be a quick pass from Jacoby. And after it's all said and done, that's Devin Howlett will have about 4 yards for the Bulldogs.
You see Shear coming out, taking away the inside, and that is Caleb Braden, that corner coming up, throwing but kind of missing.
So it ended up being a 5-yard pickup on first down. We've got a 2nd and 5. Still plenty of time here in the second quarter, 9 minutes and 40 seconds. Jacoby back to pass again. He's going to go deep. He's going to test Jones this time. It's thrown out of bounds. Intended receiver was Randall Mendez.
You know, and that's a bad coverage to throw a go route into cover 3, because that corner's already bailing anyway to protect the deep, and he was just waiting. You can see him, he's already bailing out, just waiting for a deep ball. Great call by Coach Slaughter, to a great coverage call.
It'll be a 3rd and 10.
Illegal motion.
Well, the handoff to Zeke Jones will be a loss of yardage for Brady, and they will have a decision to make. It looks like they will go for it. So 4th down and 6 after a 1-yard loss on 3rd down. Let's see if Brady decides to throw it again.
I know some of our replays are freezing. Just bear with us.
Jones Has to keep it, or Jacoby, excuse me.
You know, and that's Mickelwitz again. Ethan Mickelwitz at his Mike Backer position, and both ends are meeting at the party. Logan Thomas and Brylan White. All three of them meet right here on Jacoby, with Mickelwitz kind of stepping through the hole and delivering the face blow right there.
Yeah, there's really nowhere for Jacoby to go.
No, he was bracketed on both sides by the ends, and then you got Misselwitz coming at you.
Yeah, Misselwitz.
I'll tell you what, when he decides he's going downhill, he's like a heat-seeking missile, man.
First down, Dillard will pitch it out to Kemp.
So Brady looks like they've changed up how they're playing the dive option stuff, or the veer or midline, whatever you want. I know midline and veer are two different things, but their dive option series, and who they're using as their pitch man now.
So there's a gain of 1 on first down.
That tackle was by Johnny Minifield.
So on second down, it'll be a pitch out this time to Briggs Jones, and Jones will fight his way through.
And he should have enough for a first down, yeah.
Oasis Crop Insurance first down. And maybe not a first down. They're going to spot him.
Well, this back judge actually had it right.
Okay, so they are moving the chains. For a second there, it looked like maybe.
So they were using their outside backer there to be the pitch guy, but Wall has started using their slot to block him. So the next pitch guy would have to be the safety.
Wall back in Brady territory. Under 8 minutes to play in the second. Dillard's going to drop back to pass. He's got
somebody
Beals, and Beals is going to score. The pitch and catch. For a Wall Hawk touchdown, bringing our score to now 34-0. So what do you see here, Coach? Coverage-wise, if we have it on the replay.
Coverage-wise, they look like they were in 3.
He just needs the safety.
They got pulled with the ball fake and was coming back to it. And, I'm sure Bills was saying, ball, get down here, please. But it got there. Once again, we get an unbalance.
Oh, Pack Saddle Barbecue extra point is blocked.
So we had our ribs ready to dip, so I guess just take a nibble. We'll get them in here a little bit later. We don't want to get ourselves, too full too early.
Yeah, so it's only been
pacing.
Yeah, we're only talking 5 touchdowns, and we still have 7 and 43 seconds here left in the second quarter. So.
Yeah, so and we're 39 minutes into this game.
Yeah, you got to save some of those ribs.
Yes.
Well, we've got a break, Hawks fans. We want to let you know that if you're in the market for a new car or truck, go see the folks at Mitchell Automotive Group. That's Mitchell Toyota on Knickerbocker Road and at Mitchell Buick GMC on Sherwood Way.
All right, now look, on these packed saddles, if we get a whole bunch in the second half and you're already out of your ribs and your brisket, that's fine. We move over to the potato salad and beans, right?
There you go. Smart man.
I mean, we're still with the barbecue sauce though. You've got to plan ahead.
Of course. The Shirts Landscape kickoff there. Zeke Jones will take it out of bounds, which, we've got a flag, little extracurriculars going on as well, so a little head scratcher there to take it out of bounds instead of potentially letting it go out of bounds, but see what the officials group up and end up saying.
They may be talking about ribs.
Yeah, you got me thinking about mac and cheese as a side option.
There's two
new schoolers.
Right. I mean, there's two things going on out there. They're either talking about the crops that they need insurance for Oasis, or they're talking about their meal after the game, which hopefully is a little brisket, potato salad, and beans.
Well, I think their wives probably know them, and they already went to Pack Saddle and got them plenty of barbecue left over, and you can't go wrong with it.
So they get seconds after the game, right? Is that what we're saying?
Yeah, they had it before the game, and now they're going for seconds when the game is over. Leftover ribs, you can't go wrong, even if you eat them straight out of the refrigerator cold.
No, absolutely not.
Nothing beats a nice midnight rib.
So it looks like that we might have a decision. No.
I'm actually not sure what the flag was back on the 35.
Way far away from the tackle.
Yeah. And you know, he stepped out of bounds, and like I said, I felt like that situation, you just let it go and see if you might get field position, but there wasn't a return either. You kind of put yourself in a bind where you could be taking over on the 11. But Brady's out there on the 35, so it's going to, there's a penalty on Brady. There's an offsetting penalty, or a penalty on Wall.
So we've got a personal foul on Wall, and
never mind offsetting.
Yeah, no, it should offset.
Well, okay, yeah, that's kind of what I thought. You had him. Yes, they're going to call personal fouls on both teams and move them back to where Zeke Jones stepped out, and it wasn't the 11, it was the 14. So with all of that, simplified quickly, it was
all right, so
long discussion for that.
I still think they were talking about crop insurance or barbecue. So the ball comes out to where it was going to be out anyway, or close, a yard.
Well, they moved.
Wall's favor from.
They moved them up, I think, an additional 10 because here in the PA announcer, it sounded like it was a legal substitution on Brady, but the personal foul for, I guess, Wall would then move them up some. So if you'd have just let it go,
I just think they're upset that they don't have any barbecue out on the field.
Well, you know, and maybe that's why I'm making this more difficult than it should be. And
no,
hey, look, they've got the ball on the 25-yard line, and yet they're still talking about it, trying to figure out where the ball should be.
I'm surprised it's not an offsetting, but you're right. It was an illegal substitution, then it was a personal foul on Brady.
But he stepped out at the 11, but the ball's on the 24, so there's your math, I guess.
There you go.
13 yards, 14 yards, and I'm not good at math, so don't listen to me. So anyway, it is 1st and 10 for the Brady Bulldogs. 7 minutes and 42 seconds left here in the second quarter, and the Bulldogs are going to go to Jones, who has been their reliable source of offense, at least has had production somewhat so far this game.
You know, and now you're starting to hear fans, hey. You know, anytime you get your first personal foul, it wakes them up and says, whoa, now everything's bad.
Let me correct myself. That was not Jones. It's so easy to just think it was Jones. It's actually Randall Mendez who had the carry there for the Bulldogs. He had 2 yards, so we've got a second down and 8. It's just easy to just think it's Jones every time. Jacoby runs back. We got a screen.
If it's easy, it's greasy.
And Jones was the receiving end of that.
Yes, it was for another 3 yards.
That one right. So that is
2. Yeah, 3
minimal
yards.
gain. Good job there by Wall's defense.
Yeah, I mean that's a
nice screen.
That's what you always tell your defensive lineman, man. If it's easy, it's greasy. You don't want any of that greasy food. If they ain't blocking you, you know something's up.
I think Coach Holster's really hungry.
It's a clue, right? If they're going to let you roll, it's a clue. Of course, they did a really good job of throwing the nose guard up the field, kind of taking him away from where that screen was supposed to be.
We've got a 3rd down and 5, but before Jacoby got the ball thrown off, there was a flag on the field. And I'll say false start, moving back 5. Yeah, I feel like anytime you see a quarterback sprinting back like that on the deeps, or the drop like that, you kind of have a feeling it's going to be a screen.
Well, I mean,
let everyone in.
Yeah, I mean,
let them come on, and
you got to see that he ain't looking downfield to pass.
Yeah.
I mean, his eyes were kind of giving him away a little bit there.
So we've got a 3rd down and 10 with 6 minutes and counting left in the 3rd quarter. 2nd quarter, he lost. Jacoby will
He's
roll.
going to scramble. And Mikowitz or Misowitz, whichever way you want to name him, ran down Jacoby. I'm telling you, this young man, when he goes downhill, he is a heat-seeking missile, and he does a really good job of spying the quarterback right there. You see him come in and change directions. He saw that, and that's what brought Jacoby out. He had Mikowitz coming right through that gap. I don't think he was expecting Mikowitz to be able to put a foot in the ground and head out there and get him, but he sure did.
So the tackle by Mikowitz is a loss of 1, and will bring out the punt unit. Brady's bringing them in tight to prevent a block potentially here. And it's going to be a timeout on the field. So we will take a quick timeout. You're watching Wall Hog Football on Concho Sports Network, presented by First Community Federal Credit Union.
At Mitchell Toyota, we stand behind our vehicles and our service. Behind every engine start. Or we're there for you. Behind every stop and go. Or high-tech button push. We're there for you. Behind every destination you reach is the peace of mind that comes from knowing you made the right decision to do business with Mitchell Toyota. We stand behind our vehicles and our service at Mitchell Toyota on Knickerbocker Road.
Are you looking for the perfect spot to enjoy delicious food, refreshing drinks, and catch all the football action? Look no further than City Limits. From sizzling hot wings to juicy burgers, our menu will satisfy all your cravings. Whether you're in the mood for a craft beer, a signature cocktail, or a classic beverage, our talented bartenders can take care of you. Our friendly staff is here to ensure you have the best experience possible from the moment you walk in. So whether you're looking for a place to unwind after work, enjoy a night out with friends, or catch all the...
Welcome back to Wall Hog Football on Concho Sports Network, presented by First Community Federal Credit Union. Brady punting the ball away.
And that's killing Oliver. He's going to get about 15 yards on that return. Once again, he's running so hard on these returns.
Wall nearly blocked the punt.
I'm hoping my mind goes back to where it was earlier on Wall's punt formation. It's kind of a deceptively scary punt formation. Not for Brady, but for Wall to have to defend.
So on 1st down, Wall will take over in enemy territory on Brady 38. Have a quick handoff.
That's going to be Luke Kemp, and he's going to be forced out of bounds around the 19. Guys, what we just saw right there was Wall's version of empty backfield.
Interesting.
You'll see there's nobody back there. That's a 3-by-2 set, leaving their slots in.
Yeah.
Gains one guy for that edge.
Didn't even realize that until you pointed it out.
So they can get into no back. It just might look a little bit different than everybody else.
So the Oasis Crop Insurance 1st down.
That's going to be a legal motion, I think, on Wall. Looked like their right guard kind of jumped up early. Nope, they're going to call encroachment on Brady, which Brady was attempting a stunt right here with their backer. Oh, they stemmed in the end, kind of jumped up.
That's why you saw the guard move there, was to get the penalty called. So 1st down and 5, 4 minutes and 36 seconds left. Wall is on 14-yard line in the red zone, looking to add 6 more points.
They're going to run up and pull this ball quick.
It's handed off to Pepper.
Pepper's going to rumble down to about the 5-yard line. That's something else that Wall has started putting in the last couple of games is running to the line, snapping the ball, and not giving a defense time to do what they did the play before, which is stem them. This is a rule-oriented offense, so all of a sudden they've got a 3, they got a rule. Now if he stems over to a 1, the rule changes.
And they're going to do it again here.
Yep. And that's what they're doing. They're preventing them from being able to stem it all.
Dillard throws, and Beals
for his second touchdown of the night on a slant.
Good ball there. With 2 touchdown passes, both to Landon Beals, as Coach said, making it 40-0 Wall with 4 minutes and 4 seconds left in the second quarter.
You know, and you see, I mean, he telegraphed this thing the whole way. He wasn't, and really, a lot of times you want them to throw that ball the minute that foot goes down in their break, and he kind of waited a little bit longer. But in that case, it probably helped him get inside of the corner.
Pack Saddle Barbecue. Extra point is up, and it is good.
Yes, time to chow down, baby.
Makes it 41-0. Wall over Brady. So are we going to start seeing substitutions here, you think, Coach, or do you think after half?
No.
Keep the foot on the gas pedal?
There's a couple ways of thinking on this. You know, and I know whatever I say, there's going to be somebody that thinks differently. And that's the beauty of it, right? I mean, there's no one right answer here. But my philosophy was I was never going to pull off the starters. We were going to play the entire first half, and if we were beating you really bad, we would also play 1 or 2 series of the third quarter, because the third quarter is important. You win the third, you win the game. So I was always going to ask, or if I was the one calling, we were going to keep our starters in for at least a series in the third. And then we would start slowly moving people around. And that's kind of what I've seen out of Wall the last 2 or 3 weeks is they'll bring in 2 guys or 3 guys at a time, but it'll never be a wholesale change until the 4th. And part of the reason for that is, and I know people go, well, you know the score, but you do have to get these guys, they do have to stay in some type of game condition. Yeah, you practice 4 days out of the week, but you can't simulate a game except for a game.
And I think that's the best way you can put it. A little trickery here from Brady. It's going to be Mendez who ends up with it, and Mendez.
You know, and Kellen Oliver held him up just long enough for Will Shear to come over and finish that up.
Everyone stayed home.
Yes.
I always remember that. Stay home.
Watch out, Oliver over here, number 17. You see him read it. The guard gets out on him, but he keeps outside contain. He keeps pushing out. Just enough slow down right there for Shear to finish it up. And guess who was right around it?
I'm going to guess the missile.
The missile was right there. Misselwitz was ready to clean up what Shear didn't.
The loss of 3 on first down for Brady brings us to a 2nd and 13. And that's going to be a passing opportunity for Brady, and the big cat there on the reception, number 44, Xavier Mendez.
And that looked like Caleb Braden on the tackle with Mickelwitz right there. And I think the kids refer to Mickelwitz as McMissile. I like Misselwitz.
Misselwitz is good. I like that too.
It just flows, you know?
Yeah, it does. So that's always Crop Insurance first down for Brady.
That, and I would rather eat barbecue than any Mac anything.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Nothing against you McDonald's lovers out there, but
Jones trying to make something happen in the backfield and get back to the line of scrimmage. Maybe gained a foot or so on first down.
You know, that was a corner coming out here. He sees full flow at him, and he just feels the edge like a corner's supposed to. Outside in as a corner, inside out by every other player.
We've got a 2nd down and 9, 2 minutes and 22 seconds here.
Looks like Wall's going to go into a little cover 3, just waiting.
Yep, picked off.
Once again, it looks like Caleb Braden this time picks it off. Oh, and a massive block by Briggs Jones.
Yeah, we'll have the replay for you, but.
Wow, what a great job by Briggs Jones. Once again, they're just sitting back in cover 3, and Jacoby lets this ball get away from him just a little bit. You can see he's throwing the number 1 out there. But look at Briggs Jones leading the way over here. He stops looking back.
Oh, we missed it on.
We missed it, but he had a tremendous hit that put the young man, hopped him back, and then he was able to get back on top of it. But he led the way for at least another 8 yards.
The interception will put Wall on their 31 as Dillard's pad is batted down at the line.
So with 2:04 left in the 2nd quarter, that's going to bring up a 2nd and 10 for the Hawks. Let's see what Wall dials up here. Going gun again. I like what they're doing right here. They're putting more game film out there. Throws just a little hitch route to Bills, and Bills.
The little tumble there at the end.
Looks like his feet started going faster than his balance could. But that's a beautiful job after he catches that ball of spinning right back outside to reach that Oasis Crop Insurance 1st down.
Another red zone appearance for Wall. And with 1:48, still plenty of time. Dillard steps back. It's almost picked off, but it's going to end up in Matthew Steen's hand. So the Hawks catch a break there. We've got a bit of a. Let's see if we can pull this up on replay.
That's really good concentration by Steen. Great play by Brady.
High snap here. Dillard gets the pass away.
And there's 2 things, and they might have been by accident. The second one might have been by accident. But for Dillard to have the composure to get it, turn around, see a guy, and throw it that way, and it's going to sound nuts, but for Steen, I'm hoping, he let it go to the ground. I'm hoping that was by purpose, because they would have lost yardage there.
Yeah, you'd hope in hindsight, obviously.
I'm just going to make it look.
Yes. Good way of putting it. Mr. Brightside is in the booth. 3rd and 7 with 1:32 seconds. Dillard's going to go back to the air. He's got plenty of time. Oliver makes an awesome catch.
Wow, that's all you can say, because that ball was probably overthrown, and Oliver climbs a fence and pulls that ball down.
Man, using his size. That's just an athletic play.
Yes, this is a young man that's really he's just like this team. They're hitting another level right now.
Man,
see him climb the fence. A great catch by Kellen Oliver.
Got mossed.
He did. That was getting mossed. Yes.
Let's get him on. Is it Sunday Countdown in the morning on ESPN?
You got me.
Yeah, I think it's You Got Moss, Randy Moss. So the Pack Saddle Barbecue extra point attempt is up, and
looked like it might have been blocked.
Again, but a little trickery. We don't have the view for you, but
I think he was trying to make something happen at that point.
So it's going to be Landon Beals that ended up with it brought down.
And it looks like Johnny Minifield might have been a little shaken up. We'll see how he tackled him. But yeah, that was blocked. And Briggs Jones, he just starts ad-libbing. He's like,
he gets the pick. Yeah, there it is. We did get it. Okay. I didn't know. We've got, so apologize about the black line there. It's just where we're situated up here in the booth. But, I mean, hey, I like the way to keep fighting there. And
and that wasn't a risky decision by him. There was only one guy back there. If you're going to ad-lib, at least ad-lib intelligently. You know, he was trying to make something happen. The only thing that could have happened was his pitch was bad, but you got a guy back there that if it's short, he can jump on it. If it's over his head, that's bad news. Or he catches it and does what happens. So now we get the Schertz Landscape kickoff.
Yep, 47-0, a minute and 25 seconds left. And let's see if Zeke Jones will take this one. He does. And he'll gain about 10 yards on the return. So a yard net positive. But you really don't let that, there's no letting that one go.
No.
They're really good kicks by Allen where you're not, you kind of got to make a decision. You're putting the return guy in that position too.
Right.
If you don't pick it up, you got trouble on your hands.
Yeah, I know. Luke Kemp's doing a really good job on kickoff right now.
So we've got a minute and 18 seconds here left in the first half.
Now you see Wall going into a prevent defense where they got their secondary off the ball 20 yards. Their linebackers are sitting at 10.
And Brady will just hand the ball off. And
that's going to be Wiggins coming up and putting a shot and a tackle on Jones. I'm a little surprised Wall went into a prevent with a little over a minute to go. But this is something that you don't see them in very often, so it's kind of nice that they're getting that work.
Which I guess, yeah, the way that the Hawks defense has played tonight, for Brady to pick up a big chunk of yardage on the ground, it has to be whenever you've got your guys back like that. As Zeke Jones has nowhere to go there on first down.
No, Logan Thomas and Chandler Wilde and Brylan White did a real good job of pursuing here. You know, and you see Pepper come up as well. That's from that outside backer. He's sitting in the flats and said, it's go time.
We've got second down and 14, 20 seconds left. Brady in no hurry to run a play. Might just, hand it off again and get to the locker room. That's, I believe, Ashton Ramsey.
Yeah, at that point, there's the things that could go good are outnumbered by the things that could go bad if you start slinging the rock right now.
That will do it for the first half. 47-0, Wall over Brady. We'll take a quick break and be back with more Wall Hawk football on Concho Sports Network, presented by First Community Federal Credit Union.
Are you looking for the perfect spot to enjoy delicious food, refreshing drinks, and catch all the football action? Look no further than City Limits. From sizzling hot wings to juicy burgers, our menu will satisfy all your cravings. Whether you're in the mood for craft beer, a signature cocktail, or a classic beverage, our talented bartenders can take care of you. Our friendly staff is here to ensure you have the best experience possible from the moment you walk in. So whether you're looking for a place to unwind after work, enjoy a night out with friends, or catch all of the football action, City Limits is the place to be.
At VGI Technology, our mission is to connect and protect our communities using innovative technologies while providing an exceptional customer experience. Everyone on our team took part in creating this mission statement, and everyone on our team is committed to stand by every word. So for your home and office internet, security, cameras, and smart technology, call on your neighbors at locally owned VGI. VGI, to connect and protect.
Check out why First Community Federal Credit Union is the #1 local auto lender in the Concho Valley. With new, used, or refinance autos, we can save you money. First Community has great payment options and low prices on GAP, extended warranty, and credit life insurance, so we can make your payment fit your budget. So be smart, bank smart, and contact First Community today for your auto financing needs.
Welcome back to Wall Hawk football on Concho Sports Network, presented by First Community Federal Credit Union. We'll be pretty quick here before we allow you to see the Brady Bulldog band and the Wall Hawk band. And in this one, it's been all Wall. A dominant performance on offense and defense. You know, aside from some errant snaps down in the red zone on the last touchdown by Wall, it's been pretty clean so far all around.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, both teams. Luckily, there's been no injuries that we've witnessed. You know, and both teams are flying around the field. Been pretty clean by Wall.
So some quick scores from the area. I'll send it over to Coach for that.
Well, a big one that affects Brady tonight is Early is beating TLCA right now 14-7. And then the other one that's big in this district, Ballinger right now is up 7-6 against Grape Creek.
And I'd mentioned at the top of the broadcast, if Brady does lose this game, they need Grape Creek to lose so that they secure that 4th spot in district. So it's a little bit of hope there if you're a Bulldog fan and seeing the score right now, knowing that that one could potentially.
Another game of interest, and I'm going to pull this one up real quick, for the playoffs is Friona versus Childress. Right now, Childress is up 28-6. The winner of that one would be on the same part of the bracket as Wall. So that could potentially be who you play in the second round if you can get through Tornillo.
Yeah. Buy district round first and go from there. But we will take a break, send it down to the bands, let you enjoy their performances. Be back with more football here on Concho Sports Network.
The members of the famed Brady Bulldog Band would like to thank you for your kind attention. This week's band members of the week are James McAnally, Jordan Painter, and L.J. Ramos. We would like to wish the Wall High School Band the best of luck at the UIL State 3A Marching Contest. Once again, thank you all and have a good night.
Ladies and gentlemen, Wall High School proudly presents the award-winning Mighty Wall Hawk Band. And they have done it again. The Mean Green Marching Machine will perform at the Texas State Marching Band Championship on Wednesday at 2 p.m. The band is under the field direction of drum majors Caitlin Williams and Braxton Garcia. And now, with Wall Hawk pride, the Mean Green Marching Machine. This time, we'd like to ask our advanced seniors to come to the center of the table.
Cotton farming in the Concho Valley, that's risky business. Specializing in crop insurance and serving local family farmers for over 15 years, Oasis Crop Insurance understands those risks firsthand. That's why year in and year out, from the first seed you plant to the last boll you harvest, Oasis Crop Insurance is your risk management partner.
Oasis Crop Insurance, service from paradise.
Dear San Angelo, we know where we get our strength.
Individually, it comes from your citizens, and collectively empowers us all.
We're a people of many cultures, many talents, and many experiences.
We're professional grade with a strong sense of pride in our community.
We learn from those who came before us and teach those ready to become tomorrow's leaders.
For all that and more, we are proud to say, San Angelo, you are our hometown.
Established in 1927, Schertz Landscape Companies is well rooted in the Texas soil as the nursery stock we grow and sell. Since the beginning, our knowledgeable landscape professionals have been here to keep your yard thriving, rain or shine. At Schertz, we believe in keeping our nursery stocked with quality products that flourish in the conditions we live in. We call the Concho Valley home, and you can trust us to have the answers for your project, big or small. When quality counts, you can depend on Schertz.
First Community Federal Credit Union's Platinum Visa is a giant of a credit card. With great low rates, no annual fee, no balance transfer fee, and even a rewards option, First Community's Platinum Visa is the card for you. With security as a high priority, you can lock your card in case it's lost, stolen, or just to limit its use. So be smart, bank smart with First Community Federal Credit Union's Platinum Visa.
At Mitchell Toyota, we stand behind our vehicles and our service. Behind every engine start. Or we're there for you. Behind every stop and go. Or high-tech button push. We're there for you. Behind every destination you reach is the peace of mind that comes from knowing you made the right decision to do business with Mitchell Toyota. We stand behind our vehicles and our service at Mitchell Toyota on Knickerbocker Road.
Welcome back to Wall Hawk Football on Concho Sports Network, presented by First Community Federal Credit Union. Getting ready to start the second half in a 47-0 game out in Wall between the Hawks and the Bulldogs. Final regular season game. Saw both bands at halftime. Hawks.
Yeah.
Go ahead, Coach.
No, you're good. Speaking of the bands, you watch Wall Hawks band right there. They will actually be competing Monday, I do believe, at 2 o'clock at the state marching contest. Now, you can watch that on NFHS, their website. I think it's nfhs.com or nfhs.org. I'm not sure either one. Now, you do have to have a subscription to get on that, but it's worth getting because let's talk all the live streams. Yeah, I know a lot of people get excited about watching the live streams. Live streams have really taken off like we knew they would during their inception a couple of years ago with COVID, right? Now, all the UIL playoff games are actually sanctioned by the UIL. And NFHS and Bally Sports have the copyright on those broadcasts. But that's a lot of football games for NFHS to go do. So they subcontract those out to people like us at Concho Sports. So a lot of these regional playoff games, there's a good chance that Concho Sports could be picking them up. If not, somebody can, and they'd be on NFHS, which you'll need a subscription for. So if you love your high school football and you love watching the band, go ahead and subscribe for NFHS, and you'll be able to watch the band at state and then all the playoff games that you want to.
Yeah, I think if this is the time to subscribe to something, and it's fairly cheap, go ahead and do that. The Shirts Landscape opening kickoff right away. Some sparks flying here in the second half.
And that's going to be Leonis. Now, I do believe when he lost the ball, it's going to be down where he hit the ground, not where it went out. You cannot, the fumble cannot advance further, but we do have some yellow laundry on the field.
I did not see that. We're at the 50-yard line. This looks like it's going to be a block in the back on Wall. So Leonos return will move them back quite a bit. It's a spot foul. So Wall will take over on the 40.
Okay, I want to make sure that I've got that date correct for y'all. That is going to be 2 o'clock on Wednesday, November 8th. Wall's band will be competing at the state marching contest in the Alamo Dome in San Antonio.
1st and 10, Nathan Pepper.
That's a really good job right there by Kellen Oliver blocking downfield. He stayed on, and Pepper was kind of dancing, and he went to another guy, and 2-on-1 blocker. They finally get the tackle on Nathan Pepper, and that was just a dive.
And patient running. So that's an Oasis Crop Insurance first down. Wall makes up for that block in the back pretty quickly, and they'll go to Pepper again.
That's going to be good for 4 yards. He just cuts back and finds a little crease for 4 more yards. Looked like that was Johnny Minifield on the tackle.
We got a 2nd down and 6.
Yeah, I don't know for sure, but when I first started at Brady, we had a running back by the name Johnny Minifield. I don't know if that's any relation or not, but Johnny Minifield was really good. So Wall's going to hurry up with their hurry-up offense. They get to the line quick.
That's just a toss to Pepper again. And Pepper, man.
You are not going to just hit him. He's going to bounce off and keep running. You have got to wrap this kid up.
It's one of the things, you know, I'm around Wall football here and then, but a tried and true thing the last couple of times I've called Wall games is Nathan Pepper is not an easy guy to tackle.
You know, and what's funny about it, you see him right there, he runs really high. It's not like he's running low behind his pads. He's running high. His center of gravity is just that good. You can hit him, and he's just going to bounce off and keep going.
They're going quick again, and this time it's a handoff to Pepper, and Pepper will get brought down just shy of the goal line.
And those tackles right there are the ones that scare me the most. You know, hip drop tackles, because you a lot of times that ankle and foot, kind of like what happened to Pollard in the game last year. You see that one kind of got caught up underneath him. Those are scary.
Yeah. So he didn't get the 1st down.
You know, and all Wall's doing here, like we said in the first, they're going to get up there really quick, snap the ball. That keeps the opposing defense from just stimming or moving, because they're very rule-oriented. Pepper sees some daylight outside and takes advantage of it.
Yep. Another touchdown for the Hawks, bringing us to 53-0 with 9 minutes and 17 seconds, and the Pack Saddle Barbecue extra point on the way.
All right, get that barbecue sauce ready now. You may be with just potato salad and beans, but you know, I'm not sure what your situation is out there, but it's good. So whatever you got to dip it in that sauce, baby.
54-0 Wall over Brady. Well, hey, football fans, would you like to watch Concho Sports Network games on your TV live in HD? All you have to do is install the CSN app on Roku or Amazon Fire TV. You can install them right now on either device just by searching Concho Sports on the Roku or Fire TV store. And we invite you to check it out to get the best viewing experience.
So looking back on that replay, what you saw was what I like to call cloudy and clear. His run lane was cloudy, so he saw clear outside, bounce it outside. And now we got Luke Kemp on the Shirts landscape kickoff. Kick that thing down to the 16.
There. That was a good return. Number 12 for Brady. That's Ashton Ramsey.
And that was Luke Kemp that grabbed him and wrestled him out of bounds as well. So the kicker become the tackler.
Now that's the best return on kickoff.
This match is, correct me if I'm wrong, but this match is some of their best starting field position tonight.
It has, yeah. The couple times, and I can't even think, there hasn't been any turnovers, and there's been one punt by Wall.
Right.
So, yeah, I think you are right, Coach. So they'll be on the 45-yard line, and Brady hands the ball off.
That's just going to be OZ, outside zone, and
that's Ashton
Taylor.
Yep. There's a couple Ashtons there for Brady.
You know, what you see is they get in that tight trips, and all they're trying to do is get leverage.
It is good for about a yard, so it'll be 2nd down. Oh, well, I'm saying that. We've got a
Brady, I do believe. And that's going to back them up to 1st and 20.
Yep. got ahead of myself. So we'll do it all again on first down.
Come back out in that tight trips formation again.
And Jacoby.
Just going to be QOZ, and he's
nowhere
just
to
got
go. Absolutely.
one guy after another attacking him.
Yeah, if it's not one, just a broken play. You'll see.
Yes, sir.
That's Lane Stansberry who ends up bringing Jacoby down.
You know, but that's set up by your two ends, Thomas and just attacking. You know, now we start seeing some of those substitutions that you're talking about. Your defensive ends are changed as well as your DT.
So on second down and long, we've got a screen set up this time. It's going to Ashton Ramsey. Ramsey will have a pickup of looks like about 8.
Yes, sir.
But
you know, that was really
long.
close to being picked off. You'll see him go right in right there. That was 52, Carter Aldridge.
But regardless, we've got a third and very long here.
That's going to be a chop block on Brady. It looked like Lane Stansberry was coming in. He was engaged, and the running back just cut him. So that was legit cut block.
Yeah, looking for the flag there for a second, but it was a little blocked. But yeah.
Yep.
Moving them back.
Yep. That chop block on Brady, which you'll see it right here. See Stansberry coming around. He is engaged, and the running back cuts him. That is picture perfect rule cut block or chop block right there.
Yeah, about as clear as it gets.
Yeah. No, that was a legitimate chop.
We've got a third and a very long. Brady's got to get to Walls' 45-yard line for a first down.
Jacoby's going to fire it down the middle, and
nearly had an opportunity because Jones slipped. And
if he stays up, that may be pick going the other way for sure.
Yeah, when you had Ashton Ramsey for Brady have an opening just because Jones slips here. He might not even slipped. It was more of him going for the ball. Regardless, it is a fourth down, and that will bring the punt unit out on the field for the Bulldogs. So a quick score update. In the third quarter between Grape Creek and Ballinger, it is Grape Creek now in the lead, 14-7. So if results hold, that would mean Brady would not be making the postseason, but there's still 4 minutes and 14 seconds, it looks like, left in that game. Punt down on the 20-yard line where the Wallhawk offense will take over. That's 6 minutes and 50 seconds left.
If Grape Creek was to win, that would have them in the 4 spot, correct?
I believe so because, well, I guess it would then go with Early and TLCA's results as well, but I think Early was up.
Yeah.
So it would then be the head-to-head. So.
Right.
But if Brady's banking on a Ballinger victory, which would be Brady's first win. I mean, not Brady's first win, a Ballinger's first win. So first down. We've got a new quarterback in the game. Caleb Braden.
That would create a 3-way tie for third and fourth, at all of them being 2 and 3.
Yeah, I think it then goes to
points.
You've got the head-to-heads, and then it goes to points because of the head-to-head
victories.
Because
Brady beat TLCA, TLCA beat Grape Creek, and then Grape Creek beat Brady.
So on second down, handoff to Garrett Guy is going to be a loss of a yard, bringing up 3rd and 5. Yeah, that's where it gets tricky because each district has their own set of tiebreakers, and typically they do it, head to head and then points.
And they have cutoff on points, and that's what I'm unsure on this district is how many points they allow. So you could beat somebody by 30, but they're only going to take 15 points.
I know in the past couple of years, and this is not in this new district that Walt's been in for now 2 seasons. It was 14, I believe.
Right.
But I'm again not 100% certain about this the newer district. So
yeah, I don't know what this district's point policy is on tiebreakers.
And you really, for I guess a casual high school football fan, you didn't really start realizing that until COVID came along and you had all the forfeits, and then you're trying to figure out, well, okay, we had a forfeit here, so it's going to go down as 1-0, but in reality it's a 14-0 win because you got to take into account these 2-week forfeits.
Right.
And that's when that situation I learned a lot about the district rules here on first down.
And that is
Jacob
Guy just lowering his shoulder and saying, let's go.
To the 45-yard line for another wall.
This is another just hard run by Guy. He just knocks the safety back for another 3 yards.
So we've got a after the Oasis Crop Insurance first down, Wall inching closer to Brady territory. Ball on the 45, 4 minutes and 19 seconds left here in the third quarter. It's going to be a pitch outside to maybe that was
number 16.
Yeah,
that's a
16.
young man that they pulled up this
Levi
week.
King.
Yeah, he came up this week.
Brought down by number 64, Marcus Reed.
It's going to be a loss of 1 to bring up second down and 11. Wall is letting the clock tick, tick, tick. But they haven't. They're not going to complete letting the play clock go down. Braden back to throw, and he will wisely throw that one away.
Right.
Live to fight to see another day.
Now, Caleb Braden is a really beautiful thrower. We'll see if he can get some time to get one off.
So we've got a running clock, it looks like, is what the reason I was wondering why we were going so fast here in the third quarter. And yeah, we've got a running clock now in effect. So no stoppage here. Braden will pitch it outside.
And he's got nothing. If he just kicks it up in that hole, just trust yourself, work through a arm tackle. That might have been house.
Leonos with a nice gain.
And he's another kid that you put the ball in his hands and he runs really hard. And on this instant replay, you're not going to see what we're seeing because you don't see the big view. But if he just trusts maybe in and then back out, they weren't there. It was a big old alley right inside.
So the Oasis Crop Insurance first down gives us a new set of downs on the 37. They're going to go up the middle.
That's Garrett Guy, who's just battling his way for about 2 to 3 yards there.
Down the carry for the Hogs.
It's going to bring up a 2nd and 7 with 1:40 and seconds ticking off.
It's going to go fast now. Took me a little bit to recognize that was the case. It's like, man, where did the quarter go? And
right.
And I know they're chewing away, but yeah.
Until you saw an incomplete pass.
Yeah, I'm like, okay, what are we doing here, guys? No, I'm a little all over the place sometimes, but hey, I know that when there should be a stoppage of play.
Right.
Another handoff up the middle to Guy, and he'll pick up about 1.5 yards for 3rd and 5. He'll have to run one more play in the quarter. We're under 50 seconds.
Brings up 3rd and 5, 32 for the Hawks.
They're going to have to run this play because there's only 10 seconds on the play clock as we talk.
They're going to go toss this time. Ooh, I think King not wanting to go down.
No, he decided, hey, just jump on. We'll roll together. It's all good.
Nice little duck.
But yeah, he ducked down, and Johnny Minifield found a place on his back and just kind of hung out there for a little bit.
That's another one of those where you just a little awkward, and you never know where someone falls. So fortunately, yeah.
I'll tell you what, that young man's been in the squat rack because, you know, I can carry you and take on this other guy that's hitting me at the same time. It's all good.
That's going to do it for the end of the 3rd quarter. It's 54-0 Wall. We'll be back with more Wall Hawk football on Concho Sports Network, presented by First Community Federal Credit Union.
Are you looking for the perfect spot to enjoy delicious food, refreshing drinks, and catch all the football action? Look no further than City Limits. From sizzling hot wings to juicy burgers, our menu will satisfy all your cravings. Whether you're in the mood for a craft beer, a signature cocktail, or a classic beverage, our talented bartenders can take care of you. Our friendly staff is here to ensure you have the best experience possible from the moment you walk in. So whether you're looking for a place to unwind after work, enjoy a night out with friends, or catch all of the football action, City Limits is the place to be.
At VGI Technology, our mission is to connect and protect our communities using innovative technologies while providing an exceptional customer experience. Everyone on our team took part in creating this mission statement, and everyone on our team is committed to stand by every word. So for your home and office internet, security, cameras, and smart technology, call on your neighbors at locally owned VGI. VGI, to connect and protect.
Welcome back to Wall Hawk football on Concho Sports Network, presented by First Community Federal Credit Union. Braden's pass there on 3rd down is going to be incomplete. Or excuse me, that was 4th down, and it'll be a turnover on downs for Wall. Brady will get it on their own 33. And the clock will stop, interestingly enough. So we've got 11 minutes and 50 seconds in the 4th quarter. So I guess, yeah, they'll stop it on change of possessions.
Right.
And now it's going. So on 1st and 10.
Just a pop series
Mendez.
here.
Ooh.
We see King on that play. You'll see him out here at corner. Get his outside leverage and just keep running outside. He tried to go inside, which that's like a no-no for a corner. Every one of them think that they got to go inside of a block, and that's like the number one thing that you cannot do. You've got to keep outside because that safety is expecting to be an inside-out player. And what I mean by that is if you've got a block, he's got everything back towards the nose or the center, that alley, right, where you'll just, your whole job is to turn it in.
On 2nd down, carried by Taylor is good for a Oasis Crop Insurance 1st down for the Bulldogs.
And that's what Wall does so much better later in the season, which is pretty normal. You see Brady Stone coming in. His gap got clear, so he shot it and made that tackle. But as you go through the season, you start trusting each other a little more, and if you've got outside contain, you got outside contain because you know you're going to turn it into the safety, and that's okay. That's doing your job. And that earlier when I said they look so much better the last 2-3 weeks, that's the stuff that they're doing now that is just, it's impressive and it's cool to watch.
So on first down, Jacoby slips up.
And that was Garen Wiggins once again on an edge blitz or an edge stunt.
Would have had a sack.
Would have.
Yeah. Basically a sack.
That's a sack.
You give him.
That's
give him
a
sack.
pressure sack.
Yeah.
Yes. No doubt.
So that's going to bring up a second down and 17 here for the Bulldogs. We're at 9 minutes and 30 seconds left in the game. And Brady's still in really no hurry to get up and run a play with 10 seconds left on the game clock.
No, they don't want to give the ball back over the wall for good reason.
Yeah, we talked about the point scenarios. Mendez with a nice grab there, picking up some yards that was lost there on the sack.
You know, and Brady's really in good shape with the points because they lost to they beat TLCA by 20 and then lost to Grape Creek by 7. So they're sitting plus 13, depending on how many they take. If they only take 14 points, then they're sitting positive 7. No, they're sitting 0.
Interception by King. Hey,
there's the young man.
Look at him
coming
go.
up from JV, and he's going to score on his very first varsity game.
Hey,
congratulations,
awesome.
young man.
And look at the sideline go. You can't see it on screen, but you see his teammates going crazy for him.
Yes,
and that's what
this
you're
thing's
talking
about.
That is exactly what Coach has been trying to talk about all night. And yeah, you love to see that.
Yes, absolutely. I mean, this young man, this is his first varsity game ever. You don't get that moment.
That's a good grab, too.
Not everybody gets that moment, and he gets the beauty of having that moment. It's done. It will be with him the rest of his life. Now, I'm sure he ain't going to hang his.
He's a sophomore.
He ain't going to hang his identity on that. But wow, how cool is that, man? And you said it. The sideline's going nuts, and that one single thing right there is what's separating them from 4 weeks ago to right now. They don't care who does it. They don't care if they don't get the glory. They just do their job now and have fun for the people that do it, that get that glory.
And the Pack Saddle Barbecue extra point was good. That'll bring it to 61-0. And again, yeah, sophomore getting called up to varsity and scoring in your first game is a rare thing.
You know, and that
when
defensive
you got a team
end that
like
just
Wall.
Right. You know, and you got that defensive end that just threw the block that cleared him.
Yeah, little things.
Very, very unselfishly did it. That's the what's fun to watch this team right now. They are gelling at the exact time you want them to gel.
And this is maybe a beaten cliche, and I don't know how much thought gets brought into it, but little things like that, like making your blocks. I mean, it's the little things that, you know, you hear coaches say all the time that end up mattering so much when you get to this point in the season too.
Yes.
Yeah, it might be 61-0, but you're still seeing guys doing their job.
You know, and as
allowing
coaches,
plays to be made.
As coaches, when you get in that film room, that's the little things that you're talking up. You're talking a lot about. You're saying, dude, you maybe look like you're running a little scared there or something, you know, just to keep him down to earth, even though inside you're totally excited for that young man. But you know that block by that defensive end is what sprang it. And that's the little things that's going to win them championships and more gold balls.
So Brady on a 1st and 10 will go to the ground. It's going to be a handoff to Ashton Taylor, who fights his way for a good chunk of yards on 1st down. Looks like about a gain of 8, so 2nd down in about 1.5 yards.
It looks like Briggs Jones is on that tackle. But You know, I was talking about this the other day. I don't even know who I was talking to, but it's something that through the years of coaching became very relevant, and something that I started focusing probably more on than I did in the years past. That's Aldridge right there on the tackle. Dudes are going to be dudes. Your studs, they're going to make their plays. They're going to be dudes. It's the role players that win championships. It's those guys that don't get their name out there as much, because dudes are going to be dudes. Dudes are going to do their thing. They're going to get their runs. They're going to get their catches. They're going to get their passes. It's those role players that turn runs inside, or make blocks downfield, or clear out a zone for the stud to come underneath and make that catch. The little things nobody ever really talks about. It's the role players on a team that will totally make champions of a team.
I don't think I could say it any better. And Brady's going to call a timeout with 6:55.
Which is going to give y'all time to eat a little more pack saddle.
And for us, to remind you that if you're in the market for a new car or truck, you can go see the folks at Mitchell Automotive Group. That's Mitchell Toyota on Knickerbocker Road, or Mitchell Buick GMC on Sherwood Way. We would also like to thank all of our sponsors tonight, including our presenting sponsor, First Community Federal Credit Union, as well as Cody Lattimore Insurance, Gandy Inc., VGI Technology, City Limits Bar and Grill, San Angelo To Go, and College Hills Bodega. We could not bring these broadcasts to you without their support, so we ask that you would go and support them in return.
Absolutely.
Brady, yeah. No, that's why we the Pack Saddle Barbecue Extra Point, and
we're talking about a team.
About it. It's like, yeah.
We're talking about a team out on the field, but really this whole broadcast is a team.
Agreed.
Really when you think about it, you've got your sponsors that are making this possible. You've got Concho Sports Creator and Shay Harris that kind of brings it all together. We've got a cameraman here tonight that is shooting these awesome shots that you're seeing. We've got a director up here, and then you and I just get to talk.
Yeah, it makes life a lot easier for us when you got good people putting everything together.
Absolutely, man. I mean, we literally get to show up and talk about a really good football game.
So Taylor's going to get a carry on second down, but we've got two flags.
We got some laundry on the field.
One in the middle.
And one over here on the side. The one on the side came really quick. It looks like it's going to be a hold on Brady, the one that came from the side.
I think they both.
I think the one out in the middle might have been a little extracurricular after the play. We'll see.
Because it came late.
I
noticed, the first one was indication, like you said, holding, and then where does the second one come in? The mystery will be revealed soon.
They're either talking about that, or once again, they're talking about
leftovers
or crops. I'm not sure.
Yeah, we didn't give Brady their crop insurance, crop oasis.
Crop insurance first down?
Yeah, I'm tongue-tied. The cat always gets my tongue. There is not cat got my tongue. It's always gets my tongue.
Something about the oasis and the insurance.
Oasis.
Even though you put crop in the middle of it.
Yeah.
Now, they don't have a problem taking care of your insurance needs.
Mm-hmm.
We have a problem saying Oasis crop insurance.
Jaden has a problem saying crop oasis insurance, see?
Well, it's kind of like when I was a little kid, I had to go to speech therapy. I did. I couldn't say my R's. There was always an R. I couldn't say my R's. So even to this day, I wish I could remember my speech therapist's name back in school, because she totally fixed my R's as far as, at least in my head, they are. But
I haven't noticed it.
It's kind of crazy. I always think about where my tongue is for my R.
There you go.
When I say Oasis crop insurance,
you got a strong
I'm sitting there
R.
thinking about Oasis crop insurance. I mean, it's messing with my head a little bit now. So I appreciate that.
You got a good speech teacher back in the day.
I did. She fixed me in a year and a half, maybe 2.
So 6:07 here left in the fourth quarter. Clock starting to move. We've got a second down and 32. Jacoby's pass is an interception. Another one. King.
This is King again. Don't tell me this young man's going to get 2 in one.
Oh, man. What a game.
Very cool. He just pops it up, and it just kind of jumps down there, and he is just getting mauled on the sideline.
What a catch.
That is so cool, man.
Well, look at this catch. I mean, it gets tipped, and I'm pretty sure King's the one that tipped it.
King tips it.
One-hand tip, and then...
And just kind of stalls it in the air.
He almost
one-handed it.
Palmed it.
Almost.
What a game for the sophomore.
Give him another year, and maybe he will palm it.
He might be
as he gets those hands get a little longer.
Saying you got mossed all the time.
He gets some sticky phalanges, Brings that ball down. Phalanges, by the way, are fingers.
Appreciate it.
I didn't want anybody at home going, what?
Your guy on the carry on first down is brought down quick for a gain of 2.
Garrett Gow on the carry, brought down by number 77, Minifield. Bring up second and 8.
So second down and 8. Clock is ticking down under 5 minutes now. Let's see if we can see. They have not given an update on the Ballinger and Great Creek game. Early is up on TLCA, at least as far as my phone is telling me, 14-7 in the third quarter, but I would think it's a little further along than that right now.
Right. Man, I just noticed King is in the game now as a slot. So, young man, you get a pick and you get to run and then go out and run a little slot. You'll be all right.
Yeah.
He's going to block out right.
Yeah. Going to be a
And they are
handoff.
stuffing Brady Stone right there at the line of scrimmage. He has no breathing room to try to wiggle between anything.
Brought down by number 8, Johnny Menifee.
So that will bring us to a third down and looks like about 6.
Brings up 3rd and 6 for the Hawks.
We are now under 4 minutes left in the game.
Right now, with 3:34 left in the game, it's Grape Creek 22, Ballinger 13, which would have them 9 points.
Yeah, that's, I think, not good for Brady.
They'd be at a positive 16. Yes,
Yeah,
positive
and
16.
Again, it goes to where does it max out?
No, sorry, that'd still be a positive 7 because the game, the game that they're playing now doesn't matter with the points.
Yeah, and that was something we did leave off. It's more then it goes to the point difference in the games between the three-way tie.
Yes.
So whereas in Brady's case against Wall, this isn't going to count against them in that tiebreaker circumstance.
Right, and Early is up 21-7 over TLCA.
So we've got 2 minutes and 40 seconds left. So it's going to be a 4th down and 3 for the Hawks. And they're going to go up the middle. And we've got us another touchdown. This time Brady Stone.
Brady Stone.
The senior on senior night getting a touchdown.
Yes, sir.
And you see his teammates were even chanting his name. Before the play, they kind of were telling their hand.
Right. Nah, these guys, they're having fun. And that's what it's about.
So a Pack Saddle Barbecue extra point to make it 68. And the kick is up, and it is good. So that makes it 68-0 with 2:25 left.
Yeah, kick is good.
So some scores out of District 3 that have some implications. Childress and Freona. Childress is with 11:50 left in the game, so they just started the fourth, is up 31-12 over Freona. That one's big because
around the district with 3:34 left to go.
That would be one of the teams that would be playing for the second round if we were to get past Tornillo. And then over in District 4, Littlefield has lost the game to Lubbock Roosevelt 36-6. My apologies. And Abernathy is beating Kahoma 48-28. So those two both have implications on that game that's sitting right beside Wall versus Tornillo.
The Shirts Landscape kickoff is a direct shot.
You know, and I'm sure he wasn't meaning to do that.
Mean to do that.
But what a heads-up job by number 50 for Brady.
Blake Howlett.
He did a really good job of it. Bounced off of him, but he stuck a foot in the dirt and jumped on it.
Yeah, definitely we're not trying to do any trickery.
I don't.
2:20 in the clock. I mean, you got a rolling clock, so.
Right. I really don't think he was trying to do that. No.
So Brady gets good field position
for their Oasis Crop Insurance first down.
And they will snap it with about 2:10 on the clock. We brought a flag down, so ball is out though.
Ground. Looks like Brady might have recovered it.
I believe so, but I think they're going to get a.
Number 32, Ashton Taylor, flag on the play.
Looks like it could be a hold. But
I think it's going to be a hold over there on the outside backer. Looks like he attacked and then the outside shoulder and then tried to spin off. And when he spun off, looks like they might have got him for a hold. We'll see. Nope, offside's on Wall.
Offside yeah. So
that took a lot of time to figure out.
Yeah, I guess that makes sense though, because the flag did. You see it right away come.
I'm not sure who was over the line, but both sides got it. So.
Yeah. All right, clock's moving though, and it'll be a 1st and 5 at the 50 for the Bulldogs.
Very well could be this D end over here. Look.
Ashton Taylor.
It's going to leave them 1 yard shy, right? Yeah. As we hit the minute 30 mark, and it just keeps ticking away.
Yeah. Okay, I thought they weren't even running the game clock for a second there, but it's really same kind of thing at this point. I mean, you're getting out of here, no injuries, and you're then fighting for playoffs. Look at the quarterback sneak, Jacoby.
The Brady version of the tush push.
Yeah. I mean, but they were off and running.
Yeah, he found a seam in there and exploited it.
So that's an Oasis Crop Insurance first down for Brady, but we have 56 seconds and counting. Chain gang's moving pretty slow.
Yeah, it doesn't matter with the clock moving. They just have to have it set, and the box is set. So.
And Jacoby will hand it off to Taylor.
He looks like he's going to be good for what, about 7?
But will they run another play? Because we are at 28 seconds.
I think they will.
Number 58, Garrett Hall.
I think Brady's going to give it one more shot to try to find that end zone.
I bet they. Yeah.
We'll see if they pass it here.
Jacoby, nope. They're going to throw it out to Taylor, and he is not going to find his way back to the line of scrimmage, and that is going to do it. The buzzer sounds.
That's ball game.
Wall picks up a dominant 68-0 victory over the Brady Bulldogs. They run the table in district, add another gold ball to the trophy case, win on senior night in convincing fashion. We'll take a quick break. We'll recap everything after it. You're watching Wall Hawk Football on Concho Sports Network, presented by First Community Federal Credit Union.
Check out why First Community Federal Credit Union is the #1 local auto lender in the Concho Valley. With new, used, or refinance autos, we can save you money. First Community has great payment options and low prices on GAP, extended warranty, and credit life insurance, so we can make your payment fit your budget. So be smart, bank smart, and contact First Community today for your auto financing needs.
Welcome back to Wall Hawk Football on Concho Sports Network, presented by First Community Federal Credit Union. You're now in the Pixelcast Media postgame show. Wall defeating Brady tonight 68-0. A sound performance across the board from the Hawks, and I don't think you could ask much more for a team on their final tune-up before you get into a playoff run.
No, I don't think you can. We've said it a lot tonight. They are looking really sharp going into the playoffs, and that's exactly where you want to be at this point of the year.
And if you're Brady, you've got to see what happens with these other games, but potentially making the playoffs. But, again, there's still some things that will have to be worked out. And be honest, I'm not the guy to tell you how it's going to get worked out. So.
No, and one thing for Brady's a young football team. So as they grow up, and if they'll just stick with it, the wins will come. And everything that they want with their football program will happen. They just got to be willing to stick it out and take some lumps and take some growing pains because they got valuable experience this year as sophomores and juniors.
And a first-year head coach as well.
And a first-year head coach, yes, sir.
You got to remember. But overall, again, Wall cruising to a victory, 68-0. They will be playing Tornillo in the bi-district round of the playoffs next week. Now, time, location, all of that will be announced probably tomorrow. You'll see something come out about what will happen.
Right, and a lot of it will depend on eligibility. Grades came out with the second 6 weeks. I'm not sure if Tornillo's on a 6-week schedule or a 9-week schedule, but that will play a possible part in it. But right now there will be a playoff game, I do believe, right here in Wall. I want to say Friday. We'll see if that holds true as grades come out, and they played a game tonight, so injuries and things like that. So.
You got they were. I know yesterday it was mentioned that they probably weren't playing, and then there's been word they are playing, so that's why we're kind of unsure. But
one thing that is happening this week, on Wednesday, the 8th at 2 o'clock, you can watch the mighty Wall Hawk Band march at the state competition in the Alamo Dome. If you can't be there in person, you can watch it on NFHS.
Yeah, and that's a good way to just go ahead and get signed up for the playoffs. You'll get plenty of football, and it really is worth it. It's not, I don't even remember what the subscription is, but it's not expensive. I mean, you've got 90 other subscription services. This is a good one. It's you get to see some good football, so go ahead and do that. Well, that's going to do it. We want to thank our sponsors before we go. First Community Federal Credit Union, Pack Saddle Barbecue, Mitchell Automotive Group, Shirts Landscape Company, Oasis Crop Insurance, Financial Services Center, Cody Lattimore Insurance Agency, Yandy Inc., VGI Technology, San Angelo To Go, College Hills Bodega, and City Limits Bar and Grill. We also want to say a quick thanks to both teams for allowing them to let us broadcast their games for the people that weren't able to attend. So again, Wall wins 68-0, and that's going to do it for us. We will probably see you guys back here next week, but again, make sure you're checking Twitter, Facebook, all the other things for playoff updates. Thank you guys for watching Concho Sports Network.